Don't judge your voice by your feeling. Again, what you feel sometimes is not what's actually happening. Today, I'm going to share with you a few common problems I see my students encounter when they first started learning singing. So the first one is they doubt their vocal, they doubt their singing, they doubt their ability to produce a sound. So what I want to encourage you as a singer is to explore the possibilities of your voice. In singing, we have pitches. For example, in aria, we have low register and we have middle high register and we have the high register. In our speaking voice, we only have like one tone. We don't speak, "Hello, my name is Jamie. I think I feel very good today." It's very rare we're going to use that way to speak. When we first started learning how to sing, and because we rarely hear the sound of our middle high register, it becomes very weird for us to hear ourselves in those range. Range is something that we want to explore. Vocal color is also related to range. That means we have to explore our chest voice. For example, my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. Or the middle high register, bed, bed, I couldn't go to bed, my head's too light to try to set it down. This is another register of our voice which we rarely use. Another thing that we can explore is our volume. Dynamic is a very big part, is a very important element in music. So if we have a wide range of choices for our volume, that means dynamics, that means we have more choices to choose for different genre we want to perform. And I believe it is part of the agility of our vocal. In my previous video, I mentioned vocal agility is to sing the accurate pitch at a given quick tempo. If you can control the dynamic of your vocal, that's part of your vocal agility. For example, we encourage her to explore different dynamic of her singing. And also because of the genre of the music, we have to have more energy for a certain part. So I have encouraged her to give more strength for each note, give more punch for each note, so that she can bring out the energy of that particular section. But she felt like she is shouting for that passage. So what I encourage her to do is you have to listen to your recording and then you judge based on what you hear. Sometimes what we feel is not what's really happening. Okay, so sometimes you think I think I'm shouting, but actually it's not. Sometimes you think, oh, I think I have a lot of emotion, but actually you can't hear expression in the singing. That's the reason I always encourage you to record your singing and jot down notes in your book so that you can track your progress. Just like what I said in the previous video about the 4 assessment steps that we can track our progress. These are the possibilities that we have to explore as a singer. What is the purpose of this? Because it gives you choices to perform the song, like I just mentioned. It gives you the character for different passage. It is the technique that helps you to bring out the emotion that you want to express, because when we sing, we cannot just have emotion and without the support of our vocal technique. You must have both. I'm not sure if you have the same experience as mine. When I first started learning singing, I give a lot of emotion into the lyrics. But when I listen to my recording, it doesn't sound right. Many years later, I found that it's because I don't have the support from my vocal technique. So it is very important to have both your emotion and your technique. Another reason why it's important for us to look for the possibilities of our voice is because You could have different roles as a singer. You can be a soloist. During your school, maybe you're a soprano, but you're singing outside. For a gig, maybe you're singing popular song or jazz. At the same time, you are singing in a choir. These are all different genres. With all the possibilities that you explore, you can use these possibilities when you have a different identity as a singer. So let's proceed to the second problem that I see my student encounter, which is 我不够气, I don't have enough breath. What I see from her performance is actually not that she do not have enough breath, is because her preparation is not done well, and that's why it affects what's come after the starting note. In my previous video, I mentioned about attack, glottal attack. So this is not the technique that I invented. It's actually a wisdom from the great teacher in the past, like 𝘨𝘂𝘰𝘵𝘵𝘦 and 𝘨𝘭𝘰𝘵. They mentioned about glottal attack. Because she did not have the proper closure of her vocal cords, and that's why it leaves a space in the vocal cords and all the air leaks, and that's why she do not have enough breath to finish that sentence. Okay, so this is an example we can hear. Okay, so when she adjusted with the glottal attack, so this is how she sounds like. When you have not enough breath, the problem is not during the note, it's because the starting. You have to start correctly and the rest will come naturally. A quick tip for you, we do not have enough breath is because we do not have a proper closure of our vocal cords. I see very commonly that interrupts our singing is the H sound. Let me show you an example. Like if I'm going to sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and I'm going to sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do with H, okay? Ha, 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 ha. So there's two problems here. One is we lost the legato and it wasted a lot of breath to sustain the whole phrase. I don't mean that we don't use H if you intentionally know that you want to use H for certain effects, go for it. Anything that we sing is within our control. We want to do this is because we want certain effects. It's not because behavior. Glottal attack, yes, it can function alone, but it can pair with another technique. For example, portamento. It can pair together and you can use these two techniques at the same time to produce a long phrase, a beautiful long phrase. Next, I have a student told me, I think I sing better without accompaniment. Yes, it is easier to sing without accompaniment because we don't have all sorts of rules to follow. It is important to sing with accompaniment. First, because it guides you to sing the notes. So singing is not just about your voice. It's about your ear also. You have to open it wide and listen carefully to what sound are you making. So if you are singing with -1, then it actually sets up rules like how fast you have to sing, what key you have to sing. Is there any accelerando or retardando? You have to follow the music. All your decision is based on the music. But if you are singing with a pianist, then you have to decide with him how fast you want to sing and until which section we have to slow down a bit, and then when we have to come back to the normal tempo. This is the ensemble skills that singers need to learn. I have seen this case where the music accompaniment is in one key and the singer is singing on her own key. So there are two keys. How to match our singing into the accompaniment? That's a skill. So I told my student, yes, it is difficult to sing with the accompaniment, and that's the reason why we learn to sing, because singing is not just about your voice. I want to encourage you to explore your voice, your range, your color, your volume. how soft you can go, how loud you can go. Don't judge your voice by your feeling. Again, what you feel sometimes is not what's actually happening. Record it and see what's actually happening. If you are interested to know more about your vocal, click the link below and let's hop on a vocal discovery lesson. If you like my content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.